Good morning, YouTube. As you can see, my Hellcat is down and I'm in my F-150 today. Here next month, getting ready to go to China. Can't wait. Really excited. It's going to be a whole new experience for me. I've never been there. Definitely be an eye-opener. Culture shock. Hopefully while I'm there, I might be able to do a couple car reviews. But we're going to see a lot of cool stuff, so I'm going to capture some of it on film and share it with you all. I want to thank you. I'm almost at 40 subscribers, so when I started this channel, 40 is not a whole lot, but it's growing. They say the first 100 is the hardest to get. And like I said, you know, I started this channel mostly to kind of track my performance on the Hellcat, see how things were going through each modification that I did. Then on top of it, it's a lot easier to share with family members what you're doing. And then I thought in the ethanol world for my work, show people that, you know, pump gas isn't the only gas out there, and E85 does great things, if not better things, than any other gases out there besides maybe race gas. Race gas is also up there with E85 for performance. But, you know, a lot of people aren't knowledgeable on that or understand that E85 isn't 85 octane. It's, you know, 100 plus octane, 103, 105. So, kind of like that. And since then, my channel's kind of grown, and if I wouldn't have 40 subscribers and I had a lot less, I probably wouldn't put out as many videos. But now that I see that people are interested and people are watching, I'm going to keep making more videos and a little bit more often. Which makes me go to this video. So my Hellcat's down right now because, one, as you can see throughout my back or side mirrors, there's snow on the ground again in this glorious state of Wisconsin. Love it, but it's definitely too cold. It's 19 degrees, probably a little bit of salt on the road. And I'm hoping for some sunnier days next week. We'll see. We're supposed to get some more snow. But I'm in my F-150, so I've always wanted to do something to my F-150. I haven't done it yet, so I want to get people's opinions. I've seen other people around this area, they lift up their truck, they do offset rims, dual exhaust, make it a little bit louder. I've kind of got that idea. I've even debated on, you know, giving it a little more power, because why not? It makes it fun. It's already a flex fuel vehicle, so on this I can run E85 or pump gas of any of them. I bet you wouldn't guess, but I pretty much only put E85 in this truck. I pretty much like that gas the best, and for $1.72, $1.50, $1.82, whatever it is at the local gas station, you can't beat it when regular gas is almost $3 a gallon. And performance-wise, because this does not have a custom tune, I'm not going to get the best gas mileage on E85. If I made this strictly an E85 vehicle and tuned it, my gas mileage should improve, because that's all air-fuel gas ratio. Some things to do while I'm in China. So I was debating on, like I said, if I can get my hands on one, since I've never been there, rental car or whatever, maybe do a car review there. Their laws and regulations are a lot different, so not really sure what I can and can't do, so I'm going to go there. Obviously, I'm going to be with my family. They are Chinese, if you haven't noticed, which is great, because they'll basically be my tour guide, and I'll be susceptible to whatever they want me to try. Speaking of funny things, you know, the first thing that came out of a conversation is, hey, we're going to China for a while. They mentioned public restrooms, out of all things, and public restrooms are pretty much a hole in the ground, or a trough, so to say. They're not your Americanized toilets. And if I would have caught it on film and you would have saw me trying to practice squatting just in case you have to use one, it didn't go so well. I can't squat. But either way, it was a lot of fun. Pretty comical when you're sitting there in the living room and your whole family's watching you practice for when you go to China, and I'm falling down. So bear with me, it'll be interesting. Obviously, our home there has your American style stuff, so no worries there. It's just when you're out in public, it's a little bit different. Can't wait to see the mountains, possibly the Great Wall of China. This is all, like I said, new and exciting for me. I've been out of the country before, but usually every single time it's been for work, so like Canada, Europe, whatever. So this will be the first one that'll be more of a family vacation, trying to have fun. Back to the modifications. Like I said, obviously my wife and I work very hard, so as I have money, I've been trying to do little things on the Hellcat with her permission, because it's both our cars. It's been a lot of fun. It's came a long ways in less than a year, or just at a year. You know, obviously a stock Hellcat 707 horsepower, and we're just under 1,200 horsepower, minus that recent modification yesterday gave me an extra 100 now. Hopefully soon. Looking at other modifications here soon. I think I gave a little Easter egg in one of my videos for a future mod. Obviously I do not have it yet, but I did take a picture of one that I saw in another Hellcat. That would put me around, I think, 1,300, 1,400 to the wheels, which is incredibly insane, especially when you look at this as my everyday or summer vehicle, so to say, or pretty much anytime it's nice out, I'm going to drive it. So I want to make it street legal no matter what I do. I want to be able to drive it and enjoy it, not just at a drag strip. I'm looking forward to going to the drag strip. I have never done it ever before. The only thing I've ever done is street racing in Mexico. So this will be a new experience for me as well. I'm going to try to get my wife to try it. She has yet to drive the Hellcat. She's obviously been in it, but I'm gonna really try to push her to try learning how to drive it. It's a manual transmission. I think she's gonna love it, and I think she'll do very, very well. She's very competitive, so we shall see. And then it'll be just kind of, you know, obviously it's fun to beat other people. There's always going to be someone better, or they're going to have something else under their engine or hood, whatever, than I am. But for us, it'll be just compete against each other and compete against our own time and get better. My true goal with all the modifications was to get down in the 2 seconds or less for 0 to 60. And first gear, I can get 65 miles an hour. I think it's possible with all the upgrades I have. The only thing I have going against me that I can think of in my head on an engineering standpoint, and I'm no engineer, is traction. The car already came with decent year-round tires, the Pirellis. They are really nice tires. They do not hook up. At 707 horsepower, when it was stock, it would spin. Obviously now with all the increased horsepower and waiting on a couple more parts, maybe this weekend, maybe. My gut tells me it'll be next weekend. It'll be exactly a month and a half since the misshipment order where they sent me an automatic car's drive shaft. Maybe then with my drag tires, because I'm only putting on Mickey Thompson 275 40/20s, which was recommended by my tuner to start with. Obviously, if I buy some new rims, he said you can make your wheel size smaller, but your tires wider, so you don't have to worry about rubbing. So I'm taking his advice on that, so that might be something in the future as well. Maybe a 305, 315, but I did get the Mickey Thompson Streets. Cannot wait. My huge goal is to be somewhere in the 2 seconds. You know, you already saw my 0 to 60 time before of 4 seconds. I have to beat it. And, you know, I watched other husband and wives. They have some internal competition with the same car, or now some of them have multiple cars. And I think that's pretty fun. It keeps it exciting. So all I can't do is I can't have my wife beat my time, because that'll destroy me. But it'll be also awesome. So if I can get her in the car and get her to drive it, I'll be happy there. That's a goal achieved. But either way, again, like I said, really looking forward to going to China. It's going to be a great experience. They have vehicles, cars that I have not seen. They're not all Americanized. Not everything's in America or easily accessible. Just like if you go to trying to think of the country I just saw the other day on TV, all they have is older vehicles, because they don't have any Cuba. They don't have more of the modern cars. So it'll be interesting to see and see the laws and regulations. Obviously, the outside, the mountains. We are going to be near Fuzhou, China, which is southeast China, I believe. So very excited. I speak very little Mandarin, so it is going to be difficult for me to communicate. So I'm gonna have to rely on my family, and sometimes they like to play tricks on me, so it'll be interesting, it'll be fun. So on this F-150, so I've got a couple vehicles. Obviously this is my winter vehicle when there's too much snow and can't have fun in the Hellcat kind of stuff. Could, but I don't want to do any damage. I do think, I don't know if I do a lift, but something I might consider in the future. But I do like the offset rim look. Obviously a dual exhaust would be nice. Put it this way, if I do dual exhaust in this car, it probably won't be going in the garage ever. I already have to sometimes push out the Hellcat because we have a almost 1-year-old that I have waken up many times in the morning, let alone my neighbors. And you know, the wife's gonna get mad at me if I keep doing that. So I would like to have dual exhaust. I probably will eventually put it on this truck. It's only got 51,000 miles, but if I do, it'll be parked outside until I build another garage, which is a huge thing that I'm also pushing for in the near future, so I have a little more workspace so I can do some of the builds myself on the car. Do I know how to do everything? No. I rely on mechanics, professionals that do this for their job every day. So I can't remember if I've mentioned in my other videos, but Tim Barth out of Hampshire, Illinois, very famous, very professional guy, him and his wife Rhonda. They are the ones that have done majority of the work on my Hellcat. I've also went to be on Redline for my 4 fuel system, and they're located out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Also a good shop. Found Tim Barth actually through another YouTuber that I follow. Yes, I watch YouTube. I love it. Watch a lot of car shows, and trying to get my 1-year-old, almost 1-year-old, to watch it with me. So we shall see how that goes in the future. Trying to get people excited about cars is a challenge sometimes. But either way, Tim Barth does an amazing job. He did all the tuning. I found his car. It's not his channel, but I found his car. He used to have the world record for fastest Challenger. All engine, you know, no NOS, no methanol injection. It is Loco Challenger. It is bright green with a lot of graphics on it. You can't miss it. Highly recommend you check it out on YouTube just to see, and then give him a call if you're ever interested in getting your car tuned. The guy has some amazing abilities, very good at tuning, has worked for Dodge or with Dodge or on Dodge cars for a very long time, so he definitely knows what he's doing. And he's really good at communicating for people like me that don't completely, I get all the engine modifications and that, but the tuning aspect, he will dive in there and explain everything that I don't know. And if you already know it, great. If not, he would be a guy that I would recommend to get your education on, get your learning on. Very great guy. Plus side for me is he's only about an hour and a half away, where Green Bay was a little bit farther. So I can go there, and there's E85 stops on the way, so I already had my E85 done before I met him. So give you a little insight on some of the projects that I have done and where I've went. Well, that's all I have for today. Again, I want to thank my current subscribers and all my future subscribers. My channel is definitely growing in a very short period of time. I look at the analytical section to see how many views I have, and I occasionally will watch one of my videos myself just to make sure before I post it. So they're always in private mode, or whatever you call it, before you actually put it to public, so it doesn't count as a view. But you know, when you have a little less than 40 subscribers and you almost have 2 days total in viewing time, that's amazing. I've noticed that my postings, I put them also on a LinkedIn profile. that site, it actually shows my whole video, so they don't actually have to click into YouTube. And somewhere in there I have, you know, several thousand views of video, which, you know, to some people isn't a lot. To me, that's amazing. What my goal was to educate on E85 is working, so I'm pretty humbled, very happy, very excited about that. So hopefully one of these days I'll get one of those guys to click on the actual video, so it opens up in YouTube, and then I'll have hopefully some more followers. But you know, if not, I'm having fun. I appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work. Feel free to send me comments, suggestions, what to do next. I'm always willing to try something different or look at different avenues. Again, thank you very much. Like, subscribe if you like this video, and have a great day.